I've been searching for the miracle all around the world, color of miracle. One day I gave up on searching, so I closed my eyes and still my mind. I finally found the greatest miracle inside of me and everyone. My dreams came true when I found you inside of me. Just close your eyes and you will find another you shadowing inside and shining. The wonder of the world, it's in you. It's in you, it's in you, it's in you.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our July full moon meditation. The theme today is on freedom, and as such, I picked a quote out of Pipo, and this is actually perfect for our theme, which is the quote is freedom of the mind, and the joy for meditation is unique. It is a joy that is great and free, expanding farther and farther. When the body and the mind reconcile and unite as one, the impossible will happen. So I hope that's a little bit of inspiration for you today as we begin to meditate. So with that, just a little bit about today. Today is a very special day. It actually marks the day before we go into Rains Retreat, which is a 3-month training period that all the centers around the world actually participate in. And during this time, many people at the meditation centers are going to utilize the time to cultivate themselves, meditate more extensively. So as such, we want to extend an invite to all of our participants in our full moon meditation tonight and invite you all to come up with a resolution to help develop yourself. So it can be something as easy as working on a habit that you want to improve on, such as maybe if you sleep late in the morning, like you wake up late, possibly you can train yourself to wake up a little bit early during this 3-month, if that's your resolution that you want to develop. Or if you want to meditate more, say you're meditating 15 minutes a day, twice a day, maybe increase it to 5 extra minutes or 10, to meditate 25 minutes up to 30 minutes. So whatever the resolution is for you, it is something that we would like to extend an invite for you to cultivate yourself. If you have something in mind and you want to go ahead and share it with us so that you feel a little bit more accountable for your resolution, then feel free to do so. All right. So with that, just a little bit about our teaching monk, Monk Jackie. He is a Buddhist monk. He ordained in 2014 after graduating college, with his passion being to cultivate himself through daily practice of meditation and sharing this knowledge with all of his students. So at this time, let me introduce Monk Jackie.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. Hopefully everyone is all right, staying happy, staying healthy, both your body and your mind. Okay. It's been a couple of months since we last met, but last month you did meet with another teaching monk, right, Lumpy Daniel. We come together every full moon night to do our meditations, to purify our minds, to become bright on the inside, so that we could shine out to the whole world and make this whole world brighter, even brighter than it already is, right? Today is another full moon day, a full moon night over there in the US. But this month is related to Independence Day, right? The 4th of July in America. So why not let us talk a little bit about freedom? Okay. Now, let's start with this quote. Okay. A mind that is still and refined will feel delightful. Notice that the feeling won't really be attached to anything. Okay. This is a quote from our master, Longpa Tamashiyo. What this shows is that when your mind becomes still, you will feel happy, right? You will feel delightful. And at that state of mind, you won't really feel of thinking about anything else. Okay. You will be at the moment, at the present moment, unattached to anything. And that is true freedom. Let me elaborate on that a little bit. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry about that. Now, when we're talking about freedom, why do we usually want to be free? Okay. Most people around the world, I'm sure most of us, or maybe all of us, would agree that we all like to have freedom. Okay. Maybe some people around the world may not like freedom, I'm not sure, but I'm sure most of us around the world likes to be free. What's the reason for that? Well, it is because freedom brings us happiness. Is that right? We would be able to do whatever we want. do whatever we feel we like. And that would bring us happiness. We would be able to be our own selves, right? This was once what I thought about freedom before I found out the true freedom, okay, just to share with all of us. One of my goals in life when I was studying in university was to have my own freedom, right? To be free from having to, well, basically stay at home, to do my own things, to not have to rely on people around me, so that I would be happy, so that I basically could do what I like, right? And that's, I'm sure everyone here likes to do whatever they like. but that happiness is a type of happiness that comes and stays for a while, and then it goes away. Okay, we may have the sense of freedom. We may have the sense of freedom, but it is a freedom that relies us on other things around us, right? If we do not have them, if we cannot do them, maybe we won't feel the happiness we long for. Now, this true sense of freedom that I have found, instead of just being free, doing whatever we want, we simply walk a path. There's a path for this freedom. That means that there's some things that we have to do, have to follow, in order for us to reach that true freedom. Okay. I'll explain this path a little bit later. Okay. It is not a path that we can see with our own eyes. It is not a path that we can see with our own eyes. It is not anywhere on earth. It is a very, very special path. It is a path that we can find inside of ourselves, right? It is very close. It is right here inside of ourselves. But this path to freedom is a little bit dark. I don't know if you like darkness, but it's a little bit hard to see where to go in this path, okay? Now, if it's not really visible, or is there nothing we can see, what can we do to go through or to walk correctly along this path and not go off course, right? Well, like walking into a dark room, you might swing your legs around, see what's in front of you so that you don't hit anything, right? Or maybe just pretty much feel your way through this path. This is very important to really work our way through at first, maybe without seeing anything. It may seem a little bit difficult, but it is not. Okay? But it is not. What feeling are we talking about also? That's important. To walk this path to freedom, we must feel comfortable. Okay? In this dark place, if you feel relaxed and comfortable, that is the feeling that is showing that you are on the correct path, the path to freedom. This path, this method, these feeling around in the darkness is actually what we are about to do together. Okay? It is meditation. The path could be found when we close our eyes softly and gently. We relax our body and mind. We let go of everything. Once we close our eyes, we may feel or see only darkness, right, at first. Now, if we feel comfortable, if we feel relaxed, then what we are actually doing inside of our mind is we're actually walking further and further. Okay? At first, we may just feel nice, feel good. But as we build that feeling up more and more, you may start to feel other sensations that lets you know even further that you are walking the path of freedom, of true happiness. Let me elaborate it a little bit further. This path of freedom requires the feeling of comfort. Bear that in mind. Now, this feeling of comfort, you should feel it in both your body and your mind. Okay? The body should be relaxed, feel good, feel comfortable. Your sitting position, anything that makes you feel comfortable, that's good. All right? For the mind to be relaxed and comfortable is a mind that lets everything go, that is not attached to anything whatsoever, right? You heard the word not attached, right? That's a signal of the fundamental level of freedom already. Okay. As you can see, there is a heart behind the word comfortable as well. It has a meaning to it, though. It's not just there for no reason. It's because this feeling, comfort, when you close your eyes, you relax, and you find this feeling. This feeling is the heart of meditation, the heart of meditation. If you're walking in the dark room, right, you gotta use your senses to work your way around. This is the same. If you feel comfortable, then you know you're walking correctly. So if you want to walk further, we must keep the heart of meditation beating, okay, to be comfortable, to know we're walking correctly, to go further and further. If we feel comfortable at first of body and mind, we might just enjoy the feeling at that moment. Maybe it's not too good, not too flourish, or it's not tough on us either, just to sit there. Okay. But as we progress a little bit further, we may start to feel light. Okay. This comfortable feeling, we may describe it as being light instead of just normal. We might even feel as if there's a wind blowing through us, like it's blowing through the top of the grass and waving it a little bit. Okay. A light wind, a soft breeze coming through us. We might even describe discomfort inside of ourselves as brightness, feeling bright, feeling shining, feeling radiant inside. All right? Or we might even have this. Not Star Wars, sorry, not the Matrix either. But this is just a picture showing or representing a type of feeling, okay? As if we are maybe moving. Okay, some people may have this in their meditation. They're moving, but yet they're feeling calm and comfortable, feeling good. These are all the indications that your mind has already come to a standstill. Okay. And when the mind has come to a standstill, then at that point, at that feeling of relaxation, that feeling of comfort, you would have found freedom. Okay? Freedom from all attachments, freedom from all negativities, freedom that will find you true peace. And the further you go, the freer your mind will be. Okay. Let's finish up with, again, what we have read earlier. The mind that is still and refined will feel delightful, feel comfortable, feel light, feel the breeze from within, right? As we've described a little bit earlier. Notice that the feeling won't really be attached to anything. That is the teaching of our master. If you have been meditating for a while now, you may start to have this sense of comfort, of relaxation, of feeling really good in your meditation. Try noticing yourself at that point. Whether you want to do anything else, whether you think of anything else, whether anything else seems more significant to you at that moment, or do you like to just be with that feeling, to feel relaxed, to feel the flourishness from within? It is likely that the mind would just like to be there inside. We like to be where we are comfortable. Same as our mind. When it has that place of comfort inside, it just wants to stay there. And then it becomes still automatically. And you will receive the true freedom. The mind will keep traveling further and further along this path that we are talking about until finally reaching its destination. Okay. Tonight is a very special night also. It is the night that the first teaching of this freedom was talked about. Okay. It was taught to a group of people, and one was able to go inside and find freedom for himself. All right. Tomorrow morning in America, as our moderator Kunbi has just said, right, is the first day of the Buddhist rain retreat. So the monks would be staying in their temples, and they won't really go elsewhere to spend the night. They would have to stay in the parameters of their temple for the whole 3 months. And we have a tradition here at our temple from our great master. When we are about to enter a rain retreat, our great master would ask each individual of what resolutions they would have for this rain retreat to better themselves. Okay, because it's the whole 3 months. So you can train yourself to be more virtuous, to have more good things that you would like to do to improve yourself, right? Each monk would have something that they feel they need to improve. Maybe better meditation, right? Better practices of themselves, better moral disciplines that they could do. Now, it is a period of time where we could actually stay and focus on ourselves. As Kunbi has just said as well, if any of us here joining the full moon meditation would be joyful to join with the resolution for yourselves, you don't have to come to the temple to spend the night or to not leave the temple the same as the monks, but within your own parameters, within your own work area, your home, you can also, within this 3 months, right, find something that you'd like to improve for yourself, if there is any. Okay. And then try working on that. See what would happen within these 3 months. Would we be able to improve ourselves even better? If so, that would be amazing. Okay. We've just done a whole bunch of knowledge sharing right now. Hopefully, you all are ready to join that path of freedom inside. So, before we get ready to clean our mind and to find true happiness inside, remember that the heart of meditation is to be comfortable in both body and mind. Okay. So, let's get our body relaxed and comfortable. Find your most comfortable sittings, right? Get your body right. Maybe drink some water even. Move around a little bit if you need, and then we'll start our meditation shortly. If we are ready, let's begin by softly and gently closing our eyes. Softly and gently rest our eyes, rest our face, rest our head, rest our cheeks, our chin, rest our neck. Rest our shoulders, rest our body, rest our legs all the way down to the tips of our toes. Relax every part of our body. Make sure there's no tension whatsoever in any part of our body at all. Let's take our time. Let's relax and let go. Let go of all worries. Let go of all responsibilities. Feel that relaxation from within. Make sure our eyes are closed properly. Make sure we are relaxed the way we rest our eyelids. And just let everything go. Be relaxed. Be calm. Be restful. Now, as we've talked about earlier, this path inside could be a little bit dark at first. But as long as you feel good, you feel relaxed, you are good. You are walking the path correctly. You are becoming free from all things, from all attachments, from all worries, all burdens, and from things that one day we would depart from. But we would be able to walk this path of light, of brightness from within, relaxing ourselves, letting go with no worries whatsoever. And at this point, you can notice yourself, if your mind likes this feeling or not. Does your mind enjoy this relaxation or not? And whether or not you are thinking of other things. If you feel good, you feel right, you feel relaxed, you like this feeling, you like this moment, not really wanting to do anything else. And that shows that you have found a sense of true happiness already. Your mind has already become still. Your mind has already been free from things that could take the happiness away from us. This true happiness, this relaxation, this feeling of comfort is the feeling that we could always access. It's the true happiness that we could always rely on, that is already there inside of us. It doesn't perish. It doesn't depart from us. It is within us, just waiting for us to grab, for us to take, for us to consume upon, like a well of pure positive energy, just sitting there. Whenever we need to drink, whenever we need true happiness, all there is to do is just let go, relax, be comfortable, and our mind will travel to this source of positive energy automatically. We will find that it is very refreshing, this energy. We will find that it feels cool, it feels nice, it feels rejuvenating. And the more we stop, the more we still our mind, the more we'll be able to receive from this source. And not just that, the more we stop, the more we still our mind, the more the happiness would arise as well. As if the taste of this positive energy has gotten better and better, capturing our mind stronger and stronger towards it, taking us deeper and deeper, more happier, purer, feels even more flourish and rejuvenating as time goes by. And when this happens, all that we need to do is simply be neutral. There's no need to do anything at all. Be relaxed. Be calm. Whatever happens, let it be. Let it go. The more we're able to be unattached and free, the further we'll be able to travel through this path, this middle path, further inside until reaching the source of true happiness that we are sensing right now. And the closer we are to that source, the more happiness we will receive automatically. It'll be like a magnet drawing our attention, drawing our mind, and giving us purity and blocking out all the negativities, not letting anything impure penetrate our mind. So let's relax. Let's be calm. Let's let go and have no worries whatsoever. Keep this heart of meditation beating. Keep your body and mind comfortable. As soon as we start to feel any lesser in comfort, you can always adjust. Adjust your body, adjust your mind again. Get it back to being comfortable. Softly and gently, without any rush, without any worries. Let's just enjoy this feeling, this flow of positive energy inside of us, this feeling of lightness, of brightness even, on this full moon night together, the night, the very special night that the first teaching of freedom was taught, of true freedom. Let's cultivate as much purity as we can. Let's rejuvenate our mind as much as we can. Let's take from this well. Let's drink from this infinite source of happiness as much as we can, so that we could bring more positivities to ourselves and everyone around us, eventually, to this whole world. Let's relax ourselves. Let's be calm, be neutral. Whatever happens, let it be. Let it go, and let's flow inside of our minds further and further. Let's stay calm and relaxed together in silence for this time being. as we are relaxing, as we are releasing, letting go. At some point along our journey, our mind might go off to think of other things, go off to wander just a little bit. It is completely normal. We might even feel slight tension, or maybe some drowsiness even in our meditation. In this case, there is no need to worry. Simply reset, readjust our body. Be comfortable once again. Slowly, softly, and gently. There is no need to rush. Make sure our eyes are still relaxed. Make sure our body is still relaxed. And make sure our mind is feeling nice and comfortable with that feeling of relaxation. And so as we travel further and further, become more and more relaxed and comfortable, we may even start to have some meditation experiences. Whatever happens in our meditation, whatever comes, let it be. There's no need to worry about any of it for now. For this moment, this present moment, it is for us to cultivate as much happiness as we can, to gather as much purity as we can for ourselves. And then later on, we could then brighten up everyone around us and the people of the world. So let's keep our body and mind relaxed. Let's keep ourselves comfortable. Be with that feeling. And let's meditate together in silence for a little bit further. as we have now accumulated a good amount of positive energy inside of our minds, feeling calm, feeling relaxed, feeling light, maybe even being bright. Let's together bring that positive energy forward. Bring that brightness outwards, calmly and gently. Be relaxed, be restful. Let's softly and gently open our eyes to light the candles in front of us, to represent the brightness within our minds, to represent the purity of our minds together. Now that we have lit our candles to represent the brightness of our minds, to shine out to this whole world, showing the brightness and making this world brighter together. Let's sit back, relax, close our eyes softly and gently, and reconnect ourselves back to that feeling of comfort. Take our time, relax, and be comfortable as we are being bright and shining on the inside right now with all our accumulated positive energy. Let's bring those positive energy together into a clean, clear crystal sphere. Let's bring all the brightness, all the positive energy together to build up a clean, clear crystal sphere, locating where we feel it is comfortable for us. Relax, be calm, and let's radiate the brilliance of that crystal sphere softly and gently outwards. Let's share our positive energy and our brilliance outwards to our family and friends, our loved ones, our brothers and sisters, wishing for our family and friends to always be happy, always be healthy, be free from all dangers and negativities, be able to find true peace, true happiness quickly, and reach the utmost of purity as soon as possible. Let's share our loving kindness outwards a little bit further. Radiate our brilliance outwards to our whole community. Radiate it outwards further, reaching our city. Outwards further, reaching our country. And outwards further, covering our whole world. Seeing this world clean, clear, and bright, and shining. Seeing everyone in this world clean, clear, and bright, and shining as well. And with all of our accumulated positive energy, let's wish for everyone to always be happy, always be healthy, be free from all dangers and negativities, be free from harms, diseases, wars, be free from all disputes. May everyone on earth be able to find true happiness quickly and reach the utmost of freedom, the utmost of purity as soon as possible. And let's take a few moments to share our loving kindness outwards, infinitely, reaching all beings, wishing for all beings, all the wholesome things, in silence. Now that we have shared our brilliance, our light, our kindness and love, to all beings together. Let's softly and gently bring our attention back to ourselves. Let's rest our mind with ourselves where it feels comfortable. And at that point of comfort, at that source of purity, let's wish for ourselves to always be happy, always be healthy, be calm, be clean, be pure, be free from all negativities, be free from all harms, dangers, diseases, free from anyone who would try to harm us, free from the path to ruin. May us all be surrounded by good, virtuous, wise people. Always travel the path of righteousness. May we all find true peace, true happiness, quickly and easily. Reach the utmost of purity, the utmost of brightness, as soon as possible. And let's spend this moment to wish for ourselves, for all the wholesome things we need.
Okay, Venerable Jackie, looks like you forgot to turn on your mic, so we didn't get to hear your blessing, but it's okay because we'll get it again at the end of the session. So yeah, for those that didn't get to hear the blessing, it's okay. We normally do it again at the end. So with that, I do have a couple of announcements before transitioning to our Q&A. And this does wrap up our July full moon meditation for those who need to hop off. The announcements, there's a few, so bear with me. First of all, our next full moon meditation is going to be on August 11th. That's on a Thursday, so please jot that down. Please do join us and definitely invite your friends and family to discover this inner happiness within as well. Next month, it will be Monk Daniel who will be guiding the meditation session. Another thing, our tamakayameditation.org website, if you haven't gone on it yet, definitely check it out. You can find out like the nearest center closest to you. Not only that, you can learn more about our meditation technique by visiting this website, tamakayameditation.org. Again, it lists all of our US centers, and you can find your nearest center closest to you, in addition to just information on our upcoming events as well. Our next website is MindGem, which is very close to my heart. If you haven't already done so, please download our app, MindGem. It's on iOS and Android, and this is a great tool to supplement your meditation when you're at home, and also to stay in touch with our meditation events that we have upcoming as well. And then as of right now, all of our centers are meeting and having on-site meditation classes. So check out your center nearest you to find out the calendar of those online on-site meditation classes. We do have a special event that's happening in California. It is going to be on July 30th. It's a candlelight meditation and vigil. I actually got to experience this in Georgia myself with Venerable Michael and Venerable Nick. Amazing experience. You're not going to want to miss it. It's actually one of the last events that Venerable Michael and Nick will have before returning to Thailand. So if you're in California, definitely you don't want to miss this event. So please mark that down on your calendar and join. In addition to that, those who are in Georgia, we will have a intensive meditation training for 2 weeks from July 18th through the 30th, where you can meditate with our monks every day from 7:30 to 8:30. In addition to that, on our Wednesday classes, we will be meeting at 7 o'clock, even though we will meditate with our monks at 7:30. And that's going to be Wednesday, the 24th and the 31st. And then also, just a few more announcements. We do have a Guinness World Record that we're trying to make, which is to participate, just send a picture of yourself meditating. And then if you can go to meditationphoto.com to submit your photo. And then we are now ready for our Q&A, which is actually one of my favorite parts of our sessions because you can learn so much from people's questions, and our monks who are extremely knowledgeable when it comes to answering questions with regards to meditation or any challenges that you have. So at this time, Venerable Jackie. Hello, Venerable. And also, this is a engaging opportunity, so please do submit your questions via chat, or if you're on site, you can ask the moderator and they will type it in or ask the question on your behalf.
By the way,
so let's see. Yes, Venerable?
Yes. Yes, if you have any questions or if you'd like to share any of your meditation experiences, please feel free to do so, right? You could maybe raise your hand so that we know that you would like to share, okay? Just to share with you a little bit during that maybe silent moment that we had after lighting the candles. If you felt good in your meditation, if you feel relaxed and calm, that is really good, reconnecting with your inner light, right? When you feel that, you can share that with everyone around the earth, your family and friends, your loved ones, okay? So that they could have part in that energy as well, that positive energy. Okay. Do we have any questions, Kunbi?
Not yet, Venerable, but it'll probably start to trickle in soon. Lisa Langley did. She said that she thought that the meditation start at 9. It just depends on where you're at because we have all time zones essentially. So you'd have to check your location, but we've got people all over the world actually who join this. But if you're in Eastern Standard Time, it is at 9 o'clock. Yes. So Venerable, I have a question prepared as we're waiting for some questions to trickle in. And I think it's a very, it's actually a question that I'm quite curious about. So I definitely want your input on this, which is when it comes to upholding morality, one being to not lie, right? But, what about white lies? I just want to hear your input on that. If you tell a white lie, are you breaking a precept? Because, in some ways you're not harming anyone from that white lie, but it is a lie. So I just want to get your input on that.
Yeah, I would say if it is a lie, it is a lie, right? So
Mhm.
it is best to tell the truth. That is pretty much uh, the the whole thing, right? The bottom line. So even though we would like for someone to feel good and to not to hurt their feelings, right? You may you may try to speak the truth, but in a more compromising way as well. Okay, if that helps. But to lie and to talk about it in a distorted way mm, wouldn't really be recommended, in my opinion. Right.
Okay. Thank you, Venerable. Because it was a little debatable because the answer was if it doesn't harm someone, then it's okay. And it didn't really sit well with me. So I just wasn't sure because that makes sense too. But, thank you for
Uh,
clarifying, Venerable.
all right.
So we do
So
have, mhm,
yes, we do have a questions. Just to add a little bit to your question earlier. Again, if
sure,
anybody has
Venerable.
any questions related to meditation or your meditation experiences, please feel free to ask. Okay, or you can type it in the chat box. Even we'll be answering those questions for you. If you have any meditation experiences that you'd like to share, even you can type it down also. For whether or not if we are doing something good to someone and they are feeling good, right? There are 4 criterias of actions that I like to share with all of us here as well. The first criteria is that if we do something that hurts other people and also hurts ourselves, okay, then that is not ideal. We're not really supposed to do that at all. So, recommended not to do. Okay. The second thing is if we hurt others, but we make ourselves happy. Okay? It is good for us, but it hurts the others. That's not really ideal either. So if we can refrain from those actions, that would be really good. Number 3, if we make other people happy, but we hurt ourselves, maybe in this term, there are many ways, right? Sometimes we may feel that it is all right for us, but in fact, it could be diminishing our morality or something like that. Okay, that is another way of hurting ourselves. Okay, that is not ideal either, right? To make someone else happy, but to make ourselves suffer. Okay, so um, not really recommended to do that. The last thing, number 4, if other people are happy and it makes us happy as well, then that is what we should do, right?
Mhm.
Maybe there are ways that we could compromise our projection or what we do to get these win and win situations. It may be difficult sometimes, but if it could be done, truly done, then that is the most ideal. These are the most ideal actions that we could actually do.
Thank you, Venerable. That actually really resonated. Thank you. So we do have a question with regards to meditation, which is why is it important to meditate on a full moon day?
From Akasid, right?
Mhm. Yes.
First of all, let's say full moon only comes once in a month, right? And it is quite special compared to the other types of moon we have in the sky, because the full moon is a whole moon. It eliminates the darkness in the sky. Okay, it shines brighter than all the stars. And so that makes it a little bit more special even. If it was a door, then it's like a door that's fully opened. Okay, keep that in mind first. Now, a full moon is also a representation or a symbol of wholeness. Okay? It is a good opportunity for us all to come together as a whole, right? To do good deeds, to make good in humanity, right? And with this event, this is a little bit special with this full moon, like the open door that I just mentioned earlier. The amount of positive energy accumulated on the full moon day, especially, would be quite more significant, okay, compared to maybe on every other day, right? But the amount of positive energy accumulated doesn't only depend on the moon. It also depends on our mind. It doesn't really depend on the time as much as it depends on our mind. If our mind is clean and pure, we'll be able to receive more positive energy for ourselves, okay, at any time. But with the full moon, maybe you can think of it as the door of positive energy is fully open, and you'll be able to receive that energy wholly. All right, hopefully that answers your question.
Thank you, Venerable. I think that's a common question. So that's, it's important to know why as well. So there is another question that has come through, not really pertaining to meditation, but more about beliefs, and your opinion on this. But how do you stay with somebody if you're in a partnership with someone who has a different belief system than you?
Good question. Now, to stay with someone, we do have to understand each other, right? To have different beliefs even. Okay? If you could stay with each other, it shows that you have love, or have not passion in this case, but compassion for each other. And that is what counts. That compassion will prolong your relationship even further. We are all humans, right? So in this case, compassion is universal as well. So it doesn't really depend on beliefs at this moment. If we could understand each other, maybe one has a belief and the other one has another belief. With love, with understanding, then these two would be able to be with each other. Sometimes being with each other, there could be some disputes though, like wearing two wristbands or two amulets on your wrist, right? If you have one, there won't be any collisions between the two. But if you have two, one day or one time or another, there will likely be a collision for sure. When that happens, a good way to deal with those situations would come in very useful. One way is to act like lions, actually, like what our master, Nongpa Tamashio, taught. When sometimes we have disputes or we have misunderstandings, instead of trying to win against each other, the lion, one would lower its head to almost as if to surrender to the situation, so that there would be no further disputes. In this case, the one maybe giving in seemed to be a little weaker, right? But in fact, the point that a person is able to give in, to lower their ego, to lower the sense that they have to win in order to make the situation better and to go further in harmony, that shows a strong mind. So hopefully that is a good sense and that would answer your question.
Thank you, Venerable. Yes, that was I think that's quite a relevant question for many people in our world, and who are members of our center. So does anyone else have any remaining questions before we wrap up tonight's session? We do have time for one more question if you have one. No? All right, Venerable. If not, we can transition it back over to you if you want to expand on anything further for those of us on the call. Food for thought until our next meditation session.
All right, so some things that I would like to add before we end. The sense of freedom, or in this case, excuse me, the sense of being independence, right? Talking about Independence Day. Being independence in the sense of meditation has to deal with not relying on other matters for happiness. We do not have to find some things on the outside for happiness. Then we would not really be truly free, right? Even though we can do anything that we want, but we would still need a reliance on something on the outside to make us happy. True independence comes from a mind that is unattached to anything. Okay? When the mind is free from all things, it will be able to find the true happiness on its own. When you're able to find true happiness or find happiness on your own, you are truly independent, right? You would be the source of happiness that could help others around you be happy as well. Practice your meditation. Practice being calm, being relaxed, being happy. That is very important. Hopefully you enjoy the meditation session and continue to be happy throughout the days and to be the light to the whole world also. Right? And with all our accumulated merit, let these positive energy come together and bear fruit to all of us, giving us the best of health, wealth, success, the wholesomeness, and all the virtuous and all the virtualities. May we all be fulfilled in all our wholesome wishes. May we find true peace quickly and easily, and reach the utmost of purity as soon as possible.
Gratitude. Thank you so much, Venerable, for the blessing. So that wraps up our July full moon meditation, everyone. A couple of reminders. Don't forget about the mind challenge and definitely utilize this time to have a resolution for yourself, something that you can develop and something that you can be proud of in the end, whatever that is, be it meditating more or improving a habit that you don't really like about yourself. This is a great time to really work on cultivating yourself. And another thing too is we do have a survey for anyone who has time to go to our website, mindgem.org. Over to the far right, you can click on survey. We always like to know how we're doing, and feedback is welcome. So with that, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We do look forward to seeing you next month on the 11th in August. Thank you.
out like innocence. Everyone was